Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss about the types of communication. So just to brush up very quickly, I want to let you know that in the last class or in the last video we have discussed about communication, the definition of communication and the elements which are there in the process of communication. Also the communication, we have discussed about communication process. So in this video, this is the second video of unit 1. In this we are going to discuss about types of communication. So basically in the process of communication there are various types which are there which helps to individual to communicate in a proper way. So depending upon the type of message that needs to be delivered, depending upon the purpose, depending upon the objective, depending upon the mood, so basically there are various factors which facilitate a communication. So depending upon those factors to individual communicate. So here we are going to discuss about the types of communication. So the first type of communication is, it is the one which is based on the means of delivering the message. So what type of message you need to deliver or the sender wants to deliver, it is based upon that. So there are two types of communication depending upon the message. First is your verbal communication and second one is your non-verbal communication. So the verbal communication is the one in which there is the use of words, letters, spoken, written, telecommunication is there, and the exchange of words through electronic devices also. So basically in this verbal communication, what is happening, there is a sender, there is a recipient, and in between them there is exchange of words. So those words could be in a spoken way, those words could be in a written way, it could be in a through the process of telecommunication, and it could be uh, based on the based on the electronic devices. Then there is a second type of communication depending upon the delivering of the message. So the second type of communication is non-verbal communication. In this, basically what is happening, there are two individuals, again sender and the recipient, and here there is no exchange of words. So basically without saying any words, there are certain times when we communicate a message to the another person. So that kind of communication we call it as a non-verbal communication, where there is no use of any kind of word, any written word or any verbal word. So what is generally happening? The sender, what does the sender do This sender tries to transmit the tries to give the message to the recipient through his or her expressions or gestures or body postures. So without saying anything, when we try to communicate to the other person, that we call it as a non-verbal communication. Now I'll come up to the second type of communication, that is it is based on the purpose of communication. So what is the purpose of communication between a sender or a receiver? So depending upon that, we have three types of communication: your formal communication, your informal communication, and the third one is a therapeutic communication. So the formal communication could happen in any organization or any in any kind of formal setup, like any office, any um, college. It could happen between any senior, any junior. It could happen between colleagues. It could happen between any administrator and the faculty members, or the, for example, if we'll take example of our university, that a formal communication, it could be between you students and faculties, it could be between dean ma'am and the faculties, then vc ma'am and the dean ma'am, then vc ma'am with the faculty. Then basically any communication that is happening in an organization, and we have a formal relationship, when this recipient and the sender has a formal relationship with one another, so the type of communication, we'll call it as a formal communication. Then there is a second type of communication, it is an informal communication. So you all know it is a very common thing, and you all must be familiar with it, that any kind of informal communication is generally set up between the people who are like friends who don't have any formal relationship, they have very close relationship or intimate relationship, like we have with the family members, with the friends, with our loved ones. So whenever two people who are in any informal relationship, so these people, they don't talk about any goals and objectives. They basically talk about feelings and personal ideas and personal thoughts. So whatever they express between one another, all these things are very personal. That is why we call it as a informal communication. Then we have the third type of communication. It is a therapeutic communication. So basically, when we go in the hospital setting, being a nurse, when we go in a hospital setting, there we have this kind of communication with the patients. So the patient and the staff member, they have this therapeutic communication, in which what is the objective of this therapeutic communication is to improve through our communication process or through our communication skills. What nurses try to do, nurses try to improve the condition of the patient, or what they try to do, they try to provide them enough amount of knowledge so that they don't get confused, their anxiety could be relieved. So the communication in which the basic idea of therapeutic communication is to render or deliver any kind of therapeutic uh, comfort to the patient from the side of a nurse. Now the next type of communication is, it is based on the levels of communication. So to what level a receiver and a sender wants to talk. So depending upon that, this particular type of communication is there. So basically there are total five types, basically five levels in which two people communicate. So the first is your intrapersonal communication. First I'll let you just know about the terms. Then second term is your interpersonal. Third is small group communication. Fourth is public communication. And the fifth one is organizational communication. So basically these are five types or five levels of communication. Uh, so basically in the first type, that is the intrapersonal communication, as the this particular word suggests, intrapersonal. So intrapersonal is something like within oneself. So intrapersonal communication is one where a sender is not talking to anybody else, he or she is talking to himself. So there are times when we talk to ourselves and we feel very relaxed, and we are the only ones who can able to identify the solution of our problems. So intrapersonal communication is very important, and or talking to oneself or self talk is very important. So that type of communication is where an individual talk to himself or herself. That type of communication, we call it as an intrapersonal communication. Then we have the second type of communication, that is your interpersonal communication. So as this word suggests, interpersonal means within two people. So here when two or more persons are involved in the communication, so we call it as a interpersonal communication. Like in a normal scenario where there is a sender and a receiver. So the sender is talking to the receiver. So that is a normal one-to-one conversation. For example, the type of conversation we have during a vivas, where there is an examiner and there is a student. So one-to-one communication they have. That is an example of interpersonal communication. Then we have the third type, that is a small group communication. In this, 3 to 4 people interact face to face or using electronic devices. In this, there are 3 4 people who are involved and they are talking to one another either face to face or through any kind of electronic devices. Electronic devices like nowadays WhatsApp call. Okay, so there we can add 4 people in a WhatsApp call. So that type of communication that we generally do during a WhatsApp call is a small group communication. Then there is a fourth type. It is public communication, in which one or more people with a large audience, such as health education, in which one individual is there, and that particular individual is talking, generally talks to lot many people. So from the sender is the one, but the recipients are many. So that kind of communication is a public communication, and the example of this kind of communication is a health education. In health education, you all know, um, students in nursing profession, they generally start giving health education from the first year only. So in first year, during the process of health education, what generally happens, there is an educator and he or she has a topic, and what does he or she do, this particular student will gather the audience or the patients who are there in the hospital setting or in the community setting, and what we try to do, that particular student try to educate those people. So basically, this in that case, sender is the one, and recipients are many. Patients could be there, your staff, fourth class staff will be there, security guard will be there, then small children could be there. So these kind of this is an example of public communication. Then we have fifth type of communication, that is your organizational communication. In organizational communication is the communication between two people of a same organization, and whatever communication they have in order to achieve organizational goals. So that type of communication is called as an organizational communication. So basically behind this organizational communication, people people means the sender or the receiver, they have a goal, they have an objective, and they need to achieve that particular goal, and because of which they are talking to one another so that they can achieve those objectives and or complete the vision and mission and vision of the organization. Now we have another type of communication which is based on the pattern of communication. So one-way communication is there, two-way communication is there, one-to-one communication is there, and one-to-many communication is there. So one-way communication is like the things which generally happens during public speeches, whereas there is only one member who is speaking, and there's a public huge lot of people, uh, a lot of people is there, and they are just listening, and they're not able to give any kind of feedback. Generally, uh, you all must have seen speech of Modi ji. So generally what happens, Modi ji keeps on speaking, and there is people, there are public, jo actually who are present in that area, and there are people who are listening to him through television, through the platform of television, but none of the audience is able to respond to him. See, or none of the public is able to give any kind of feedback to Modi ji. So that kind of communication is called as one-way communication. Then there's a two-way communication. The example of two-way communication is discussion process or discussion method, in which there are two people or more than two people could be there, but everybody is discussing things to everybody. Matlab, everybody is saying and giving their ideas and views, and the other person is responding to it. So both the people are communicating properly. Then one-to-one communication, then one sender is there, only one receiver is there at the same time. For example, we give discharge information to the patient. So the nurse who is giving discharge information or the doctor who is giving discharge information will be the sender, and the patient who is receiving it will be a recipient. Then one-to-many communication. One person communicating with many people at the same time is called as one-to-many communication. So in this video, we have discussed about the types of communication. There are various types of communication based upon various things, based upon the type of message that needs to be delivered, based upon the relationship, based upon uh, the method. So basically, there are various factors which are responsible for conducting any kind of communication. So we have discussed about this in this particular video. I have taken this topic from Suresh K. Sharma, Communication Education Technology, and the publisher is elsewhere. Thank you.